In the previous session, we studied example number 17 and example number 18. The difference in those examples was that the x and y were in the denominator part. So our assumption part was a little bit different. We took it as a and b, and from the values of a and b, we found the values of x and y. So today, using the same method, we will solve certain sums of exercise 3.6. So we are starting exercise 3.6, question number 1. There are many sub questions, so we will solve first question. So the thing is same, the part with x and y are at the denominator. So what is the question? 1 by 2x plus 1 by 3y is equal to 2, that is our equation number 1. And 1 by 3x plus 1 by 2y is equal to 13 by 6, this is my equation number 2. Now, if I take 1 by x as a and 1 by y as b, so this 1 by x part becomes a, so I have a upon 2 plus this 1 by y part is b, so I have b upon 3 is equal to 2. Once again understand, 1 by x is a and 1 by y is b. So 1 by x, this part is a, so what remains in the denominator? 2. So I have a upon 2 plus is plus, this 1 upon y part is b. So b upon 3 is equal to 2. This is my equation number 1. Same logic I will use to simplify equation number 2. But before doing that, I need to get rid of this 2 and 3. So I will cross multiply. So 3 into a, that is 3a, plus 2 into b, that is 2b, LCM 2 is the 6, is equal to 2. This 6 gets multiplied on that side. So my simple equation is 3a plus 2b is equal to 2 6 are 12. This is my equation number 1. Now, for equation number 2, I have 1 upon 3x. So again this 1 by x is a. So I have a by 3 plus 1 by y is b. So b upon 2 is equal to 13 by 6. Now again we will take the LCM. So 2 into a, that is 2a plus 3 into b, that is 3b upon 2 3 is the LCM 6 is equal to 13 by 6. Now this 6 on both sides will get eliminated. So I will get simple equation, that is 2a plus 3b is equal to 13. Now first equation is 3a plus 2b is equal to 12. Second equation is 2a plus 3b is equal to 13. Now suppose I want to eliminate part with b. Here I am having 2b, here I am having 3b. So LCM will be 6. So I will multiply equation 2 with 3 and equation 2 with 2. When I multiply this equation with 3, 3 3s are 9 plus 2 3s are 6b is equal to 12 3s are 36. And equation 2 is multiplied by 2. So 2a into 2, that is 4a, plus 3b into 2, that is 6b is equal to 13 2s are 26. Now I have the coefficients of b as same, but their sign is also same. If their sign is same, it cannot be eliminated. So when you get the same coefficients but signs are same, then you change the sign. You will change the sign in the whole equation. So I will change the sign in whole equation number 2. So this plus 4a became minus 4a, plus 6b became minus 6b, and plus 27 became minus 26. So now 9a minus 4a, that is 5a. Now this 6b minus 6b part got eliminated. 36 minus 26 gives 10. So I have 5a is equal to 10. That means the value of a is 2. Now I will put the value of a in equation 2. What was my equation number 2? Equation 2 is 2a plus 3b is equal to 13. So I have written over here 2a plus 3b is equal to 13. But as the value of a is 2, instead of a I will put 2. So 2 into 2 plus 3b is equal to 13. 2 2s are 4 plus 3b is equal to 13. Now if I take 4 on the other side, plus 4 becomes minus 4. So in short I have value of 3b as 9. So b will be equal to 9 by 3, that is value of b is 3. So we have values of a and b. Value of a is 2, value of b is 3. But our sum is not over here. We need to find the values of x and y. So just like the previous examples, that is example 17 and 18, to find the values of x and y, we will move to our assumption part. What is the assumption part? I have taken 1 upon x is equal to a. So 1 upon x is equal to a. But what was value of a? Value of a is 2. So 1 upon x is equal to 2. When we cross multiply, I have 2x is equal to 1. That means x is 1 by 2. Similarly, to get the value of y, we will move to the second assumption. That is 1 upon y is equal to b. So 1 upon y is equal to b. What was value of b? Value of b is 3. So I will take 1 upon y is equal to, what is value of b? So instead of b, I put 3. So when I cross multiply, I have 3y is equal to 1. That means now value of y is 1 upon 3. So dear friends, our final solution set xy will be 1 by 2, 1 by 3. Okay, so one more sum from exercise 3.6 in which we need to find the values of x and y. Now looking at the sum, you might think that this is a very difficult sum because x and y is taken in root. But nothing to be worried, it's very simple sum. Okay, just looks difficult, but when you solve it, the sum is very, very easy. So what is the question? The question is 2 by root x plus 3 by root y is equal to 2. And the second equation is 4 by root x minus 9 by root y is equal to minus 1. So again, what is in the denominator? The denominator part which is attached with x and y has to be taken some constants a and b. So here I will take 1 upon root x is equal to a and 1 upon root y is equal to b. So this can be written as 2 into 1 upon root x. So this becomes 2a plus 3 into 1 by root y, that is 3b is equal to 2. So my first equation over here is 2a plus 3b is equal to 2. Similarly, second equation is 4a minus 9b is equal to minus 1. 4a minus 9b is equal to minus 1. Understand once again, I have taken 1 upon root x as a and 1 upon root y as b. So 2e as it is, this is 1 upon root x, so it is substituted by a. So 2a plus 3b is equal to 2 and similarly 4a minus 9b is equal to minus 1. So this is my equation number 1, this is my equation number 2. Now either you can eliminate a part or b part. Suppose I want to eliminate a part, I will multiply this equation with 2. So on both sides I will have 4a, but in that case I have to change the sign. But if I multiply this equation with 3, I will get minus 9b. So plus 9b and minus 9b can be easily cut and there won't be any necessity to change the sign. However, you proceed the sum by eliminating a or you proceed the sum by eliminating b, there won't be any difference in the answer. That means your final answer will be same. So you can either proceed through eliminating part A or you can proceed through eliminating part B. Here I want to eliminate, let us say, part B. So to eliminate part B, I will multiply this equation, that is equation number 1 with 3 and equation 2 with 1. So now when I multiply this equation with 3, 2a becomes 2a into 3, that is 6a, plus 3b into 3, that is 9b, is equal to 2 3s are 6. The second equation has been multiplied with 1, so it will remain as it is. So I have 4a minus 9b is equal to minus 1. So as you can see that the coefficient part ahead of b is same, that is 9, and the signs are also opposite. I have plus 9b and minus 9b, so there is no need to change the sign. So 6a plus 4a gives 10a. The part with b got eliminated and 6 minus 1 is 5. So in short, I have the value of 10a as 5. So value of a will be 5 by 10, that is 1 by 2. Now you can put this value of a in either equation 1 or 2 to get the value of b. Here I have put the value of a in equation 1. What was our equation number 1? 2a plus 3b is equal to 2. So 2a plus 3b is equal to 2. What is value of a? Value of a is 1 by 2. So 2 into value of a 1 by 2 plus 3b is equal to 2. Now this 2 will get cut. The mistake many people make is that this part is cut, so they will take directly 3b is equal to 2. No, this part is cut, so it will become 1. 2 and 2 cut 1. 1 ones are 1. So I have 1 plus 3b is equal to 2. Therefore 3b is equal to 2 minus 1, that is 1. So value of b is 1 by 3. So dear friends, we substituted the value of a in equation number 1 and got the value of b as 1 by 3. Here the value of a was 1 by 2. The value of b is 1 by 3. So to find the value of x and y, we will go to the assumption part. What was our assumption part? 1 upon root x is equal to a. So 1 upon root x is equal to a. But what is value of a? Value of a is 1 by 2. So 1 upon root x is equal to 1 upon 2. Now when I cross multiply root x into 1, that is root x is equal to 2 ones are 2. Now understand, I don't want value of root x. In question there is root x and root y. But when I solve the equation, that means I have to find the values of x and y, not root x and root y. So value of root x is 2. I want value of x. So I have to take square on both sides. So when I take square on both sides, root x, its square is x and square of 2 is 4. So that means if root x is equal to 2, that means value of x is 4. We'll use the same logics, the same method to get the value of y. So let us move to second assumption. What is second assumption? 1 upon root y is b. 1 upon root y is b. What is value of b? Value of b is 1 upon 3. So 1 upon root y is equal to 1 upon 3. Again, I will cross multiply. So root y ones are root y is equal to 3 ones are 3. Again, I don't want to find the value of root y. I want to find the value of y. So again, I will take the square on both sides. So squaring both the sides, root y changes to y and 3 changes to 9. That means value of y is 9. What is value of x? 4. What is value of y? 9. So our final solution said that is xy will be 4, 9. Okay dear students, one more sum using the same method. Exercise 3.6, question 1, sub question 3. The question is like this: 4 by x plus 3 by y is equal to 14. 3 by x minus 4y is equal to 23. Now what is different in this question from the previous two questions of the exercise is that in the previous questions x and y both were in the denominator. Now here y part is okay, only the x part is in the denominator. So my assumption will be limited only to the part of x. No need to assume 1 upon y. Why? Because y is not in the denominator, it's in the numerator itself. So I need to take assumption only for the part with x. So just like previous sums, I will take 1 upon x is equal to a. So my equations will become simpler. So when I take 1 upon x is equal to a, now my equation becomes 4a plus 3y is equal to 14. So this is my first equation. 4a plus 3y is equal to 14. Similarly, my second equation will be 3a minus 4y is equal to 23. So 3a minus 4y is equal to 23. So first, I will find the value of assumed part, that is I want to find the value of a. So if I want to find the value of a, the part with y should be eliminated. So eliminate the part with y. Here I am having 3y, here I am having minus 4y. So if I multiply 3 with 4 I get 12, if I multiply 4 with 3 I get 12. So to eliminate the part with y, here I will multiply equation 1 with 4 and equation 2 with 3. So now our equations will change. Now what are our equations? 4a into 4 that is 16a plus 3y into 4 that is 12y is equal to 14 4s are 56. Similarly, our second equation has been multiplied with 3. So 3a into 3 that is 9a minus 4y into 3 that is minus 12y is equal to 23 into 3 that is 69. So as we have same coefficient with y, the part with y will get eliminated. One more good thing for us is that the signs are also opposite, so no need to change the sign. So plus 12y minus 12y got eliminated. 16a plus 9a gives 25a. And when you add this 56 and 69, you will get 125. So after eliminating the y part, the thing I have is that the value of 25a is 125. So value of a is 125 upon 25, that is value of a is 5. So after getting the value of a, I can substitute this value of a in either equation number 1 or equation number 2. As you can see over here, I have put that value of a in equation 1. Our equation 1 was 4a plus 3y is equal to 14. So 4a plus 3y is equal to 14, in which I will substitute the value of a, which I just found out to be 5. So 4 into 5 plus 3y is equal to 14. So 4 5s are 20 plus 3y is equal to 14. So I will take this 20 on the right hand side, it will become minus 20. So 3y is equal to 14 minus 20, that is 3y is equal to minus 6. So value of y is minus 2. Now I got the value of y. Still I have to find the value of x. So to find the value of x, I will go to the assumption part. What was my assumption part? That 1 upon x is equal to a. So 1 upon x is equal to a. But what was value of a? Value of a was 5. So 1 upon x is equal to 5. So 5 into x, that is 5x is equal to 1. That gives value of x will be 1 upon 5. So now I have value of x, I have value of y. The value of x is 1 upon 5. Value of y is minus 2. So my final solution set, that is x, y is 1 by 5 into minus 2. The thing you have to be very careful over here is that you don't take supposition for both the parts, because the part with y is simpler, it's not in the denominator. So here supposition was only for the x part. So in this particular question, I have just taken 1 upon x is equal to a. The other part of the sum is same as we solved in question number 1 and question number 2. Thank you.